Thank you very much, Chairman Akaka, and thank you also to Vice Chairman Barrasso for holding this timely hearing. As the chairman knows, my state of New Mexico has experienced an unprecedented fire season this year after months and months without rain. The actual numbers are startling. The U.S. Forest Service calls this the driest year in 117 years. They've been keeping numbers for 117 years. They've never seen anything this dry. The largest fire in New Mexico's history, the Las Conchas fire, still burning, and after almost a month is only 80% contained. The fires burned more than 160,000 acres. That's more than 244 square miles of Forest Service, tribal, private, DOE, and BIA land, and has cost almost $45 million to date. The Las Conchas fire has burned over 100 homes and other structures, hundreds of sacred sites, and damaged natural resources. The Jemez Mountains historically burned completely in a healthy 30 to 40 year cycle, with fires clearing out the underbrush and the debris below tall ponderosa pine stands. But because of decades of forest fire suppression, some of that dating back 100 years or more, the forests of the Jemez Mountains have become unhealthy, filled with fuel, and overcrowded with trees. Much of the Las Conchas fire was a catastrophic crown fire, the kind of fire that leaves nothing but ash and vitrified impermeable soil behind. Now, as the New Mexico monsoon season begins, the threat of flooding, debris flows, and mudslides are threatening communities below the burned watersheds. Many of these communities are Native American communities. One of these communities is the Santa Clara Pueblo, and I look forward to our Santa Clara Governor Walter Daschenau, speaking to the committee during the second panel about his tribe's experiences and efforts to protect homes and sacred sites. Over 16,600 acres of Santa Clara land was burned by the Las Conchas fire in an intensely hot crown fire. Much of the Pueblo's forest was burned, and the fire came within miles of the Santa Clara village. Santa Clara's excellent fire crews helped throughout the fire and was on the front lines protecting their land and other federal and private land. When the town of Los Alamos was evacuated, the Pueblo of Santa Clara and other nearby tribes opened their doors and facilities to the evacuees. But as the fire dies down, the work is just getting started for Santa Clara and other Pueblos. Already there have been several mudslides in Santa Clara Canyon, and the debris ponds, their fishing ponds, are filling with debris. The Army Corps of Engineers helped provide 47,000 sandbags to protect structures, and the interagency burn area emergency response teams continue to assess the canyon and do emergency treatments. These interagency bear teams continue to assess the threats of erosion and flooding and are taking emergency actions, including reseeding severely burnt watersheds, creating erosion barriers, removing debris, including dead trees, cleaning and lining culverts, creating debris ponds, putting in floating booms to catch ash in the reservoirs, road and culvert repair, and bridge removal. There's a lot of work and coordination going into these teams, and I hope that Governor Daschenau can shed some light on how that process is moving forward when he testifies. Again, I thank Chairman Akaka for holding this hearing and inviting Santa Clara's strong leader, Governor Walter Daschenau, to come and give testimony. And I would also, Chairman Akaka asked permission. There are many other Pueblos that have been impacted by this, and I know you generally welcome written testimony that they might be able to give and submit written testimony on the impacts of disasters and fires with them. And so thank you very much again for holding this hearing, and look forward to hearing all the witnesses.